Having a calm, tidy, and organized home is something many of us strive for. It creates a sense of peace and allows us to simplify our days while keeping the home running smoothly. In today's video, I thought I would talk about habits. Habits that I developed over the last year and I want to carry into this year as well. Habits that help me keep my home in order, simplify my days, and ensure my home functions at its best. Let's get started. The new year is always an interesting time for me. One minute I'm feeling inspired and motivated and ready to set all the goals and take on the world. Then the next minute I'm feeling the post-holiday blues and just want to curl up on my couch with my cozy throw and Netflix. Maybe some of you can relate. However, I usually do feel better once I find my way back into a steady, comforting routine. I don't really set rigid New Year goals anymore. However, I do love taking some time to reflect on things I want to prioritize and work on. One of the habits I want to continue this year too is starting my mornings softly. Rather than jumping out of the bed and rushing into the tasks of the day, I have found it helpful to give myself a little breathing room. Whether it's sipping a warm cup of tea, journaling, or simply enjoying the stillness of the early morning, the quiet time sets the tone for my entire day. I'm more productive, focused, and present when I start my day this way. This habit has been a gift to my mornings, and it's one I'm carrying forward in 2025. It's so easy to overlook the small everyday tasks that need attention. Things like wiping up a stain, straightening the sofa cushions, or putting away a jacket left on a chair. These minor chores can seem insignificant, but they add up quickly if left undone. Every task that takes less than a minute should be done right away is what I practiced all throughout last year and which eventually has now become my second nature. And I would like to carry forward this habit even in this year. By staying on top of these little things, I avoid that feeling of seeing a mess build up throughout the day. It's one less thing to stress about later, and honestly, it makes maintaining my home feel so much easier. This is definitely a habit I'm committed to carrying forward into in this year. Focusing on short term goals and achieving small, manageable wins every day is the next habit I want to talk about. Like many of us, I want to work towards healthier living, But I'll be honest, being a big foodie has always made it challenging to stick to those big sweeping changes in my diet. So instead of trying to do everything at once, I'm starting small. So, small changes in my diet, like adding more cleaner foods, incorporating more protein into my meals, and adding veggies to every plate, and making sure I finish my last meal before 7 p.m. These are some simple, realistic goals that feel doable right now. And I feel it's the same for our home too. We don't have to tackle everything at once to make a difference. For example, instead of trying to deep clean an entire room in one day, I have found that focusing on one small area like tidying a single shelf or organizing a drawer feels more achievable and still creates a sense of progress. I feel small steps are less daunting and are much easier to stick to. With time, they naturally lead to bigger, lasting changes. For a long time, I would completely skip housework if my routines were interrupted in any way. I would think, what's the point? I'll get back to it tomorrow. But over time, I have learned that as homemakers, we need to be adaptable and find ways to work around life's little interruptions. Being flexible has motivated me to focus on just starting the task rather than worrying about finishing it perfectly. Organizing the bed sheets in the pillow covers has been such a game changer for me. It keeps the entire bedding set neatly together and I never have to search for matching pillow covers separately. On my last trip to India, I purchased this beautiful king size bedding set from Home Center, but I never got around to using it. With the new year here, I thought it would be the perfect time to refresh my home by finally putting this bedding set to use. So, this habit of being flexible with my time has completely changed the way I approach chores. Rather than procrastinating because the timing isn't perfect, I focus on taking that first step, just starting. Once I begin, I often realize how small the task actually is and how unnecessary my procrastination was. This happens to me mostly with tasks like laundry or changing the sheets. I just sit on the couch dreading the effort it will take, but the moment I get up and begin, I find the job is done before even I know it. And the best part, the sense of accomplishment when I see a fresh, clean space afterwards is unmatched. The next habit I want to focus on this year is tidying up the three messiest spots in my home on any day. Just think through what are the top three areas of your home that are the messiest right now, and then spend 30 minutes or so tidying and cleaning up that space. So, mostly for me, it's concentrating on the high traffic areas in my home, like the kitchen counter, the entryway, or my bathroom countertop, and just tidying them up if they need my attention. Setting up a timer or cleaning as you go surely works for such tasks and helps maintain a tidy and neat space. One new habit I'm working on this year is being more intentional with my purchases. Whenever I feel the urge to buy something, I have decided to start leaving it in my shopping cart for 24 to 48 hours. Most of the time, I realize after that period that I don't actually need the item and can hold off on buying on it. This same approach applies to my kitchen pantry. I am trying not to overstock or buy groceries impulsively. Instead, focus on buying only what I need and when I need it. These small changes are helping me save money, reduce waste, and make more mindful decisions overall. Regularly decluttering those often ignored spaces in your home can make such a big difference. And this year, I'm committed to practicing this small habit every week. Today, I tackled the cabinet in our family room where we keep medicines, electronic wires, and supplies we use around the family and dining room. It felt so good to finally sort through everything. Every time I declutter, I seem to uncover something special, like a long lost item or sweet little notes and cards my daughter made for me. Decluttering surely helps in getting rid of things we no longer need, and it also keeps our home organized and creates a space that feels lighter and more functional. It's been such a productive day today. My home feels refreshed, the spaces are clutter free, and all the rooms are clean and tidy, just the way I wanted to start the new year. I hope this video inspires you and encourages you to make your home more streamlined and functional too. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I'll see you again. Wishing you all a very happy and joyful new year.
I just feel so lucky. Oh.